Hey, I'm Kevin Blondin, and today we're welcoming a good friend of mine, Dave Merheje, into the studio. Dave's a comedian. You might have seen him on Much Music, MTV, Just for Laughs Comedy Festival, and most recently on CBC. Dave, what can you tell us about your experience on CBC?
It was great, man. It was for a show called Mr. D. It's in its 7th season, and this is the first season I was able to be a part of it, and I play a teacher. An economics teacher, the new teacher, and it was great, man. They made me feel at home. It was a great learning experience, and it was super fun to film. It was great.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little more about your character?
He's like very new, and he's excited about teaching. His name is Dave Merheje, and he's just pumped to teach, while some of the other teachers, they already had a lot of experience. So he's like very, wide-eyed, I guess, and excited to be there and teaching.
Right. So, Dave, I've known you a long time, and you've been doing comedy and talking about comedy as long as I've known you. What age did you start thinking about comedy and decide you wanted to be a comedian?
When I was 14, I remember I told my best friend at the time, I was like, I want to do stand-up. I didn't know how I was going to do it or how the process was, but I just remember vividly telling him at his parents' place when we were hanging out.
And who were some of your biggest influences at that time?
My uncle would show me. He'd show me like Andrew Dice Clay, Eddie Murphy, and Richard Pryor. But it was Richard Pryor mostly that was an influence that I gravitated to, and yeah.
Great. And so comedy, I see, gets to bring you a lot of new places. You do a lot of traveling. Can you tell us about some of the places you've been able to visit through comedy?
I've been through, obviously through Canada, which was, normally I wouldn't probably be traveling through Canada like that, in some parts of the U.S. And then I was able in the last, I'd say like 3-4 years, to go to Australia twice and China. So that was super fun, because I probably wouldn't have been able to, I probably wouldn't have went. So comedy has brought me there. So that was great.
And when you come back to Windsor, your hometown, what's something you like to do when you get here?
I probably hang out with family mostly. I have 3 nieces and my parents and my 2 brothers and sister. Try to because sometimes I probably come here once a year, so getting in that family time is very important. And other than that, kind of like hang out. My brothers work at a club, so I try to go there, hang out a bit with them.
Great. Is there anything you like to eat when you come into town?
I'm fitting right into my stereotype, being a Lebanese dude. For sure, shawarma. I think it's probably the best Windsor probably has the best in Canada for sure. I'm just putting it out there. I've been to some places. Maybe that's a crazy statement, but I do think it's one of the best.
Awesome. And you have a couple shows coming up while you're here. Can you tell us about them?
Yeah, I'm doing this Friday and Saturday. Friday at 9 o'clock at Jimmy G's. Saturday, same location, Jimmy G's, at 8 o'clock and 10:30. You can go to ourevent.ca and get the tickets there. Or go to my website, Dave Merheje, MERHEJE.com, and then there's a ticket link there that I'll send you.
Great. And what can guests expect from these shows?
It's going to be fun and different. Each show will be different. It's a stream of consciousness, the energy. I have a friend of mine from Toronto, Sammy Fareed, who's also coming down. He's going to do an open spot. So it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great energy and a lot of fun.
Awesome, Dave. It was an extreme pleasure having you come into the studio and speak with us today. It's awesome to see you again. I can't wait to see your show this weekend.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.